This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.
Yes, you know, it's that time, the Drifty Show, the show where anything is possible. You're listening to Unity Radio Online, and it's 1 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm joined here by the Miss Beautiful Shalomi. How are you doing?
Thank you, I'm doing well. Nice to be here, thank you.
It's our pleasure. You know what, I was just talking to everyone in the studio that we have never actually had a cake baker, owner, entrepreneur, everything on the show before.
Yay, that's good.
How's it going anyway? I know it's been a busy career so far and everything like that.
It still is. I'm out at the moment, but my partner, my husband, is at home doing the baking. So when I get back, I've got to grind again. But,
so it's a partner business.
With my husband now.
That's so wicked.
Yeah. But it's beautiful. It's nice. It's nice.
Do you ever get into competition who can make the best cakes?
Yeah, we tried that. That didn't go down well. I won, obviously. I won, hands down.
Yeah.
He still wants he wants a rematch, but I'm gonna just leave it off. Yeah, just hold on.
Right. So Shalomi Cakes made this trademark in January 2013, right?
It did, yeah.
Where did the whole concept behind all of this come from?
I think it was. I've always been creative, so I think it was. Maybe the year of 2012, I think. I baked a cake and it was nice. Yeah. And I went round a friend's house and she baked some cakes and I put a little swirl on it. And she kind of was like, you're really good at this. So I didn't start off doing big cakes. I started off doing cupcakes.
Yeah.
And then I transitioned into big cakes when my boss at my last place of employment asked me to make a cake for his daughter. So 2012 was when I think that spark really lit, but I didn't push it until 2013.
Wow. Did you ever intend for this hobby to turn into your career now?
No, not the way that it has been. No, I honestly, I didn't. I mean, I'm passionate about whatever it is I'm doing, but I never imagined I would be where I am now. I look at last year and I look at the year before and I think, my goodness, this crazy, is nice. Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It is. It's unbelievable.
Mean, let's take it back to the first time you had, because you can actually call it the first client, right?
Yeah, let's say that.
The first client. So how did you feel when the first client approached you to actually make your first order? Was it more, oh my God, this is now business?
No, I think because I still thought of it as, I mean, if I'm going to class my first client, I probably would say it was the head teacher at the school. And I was nervous because I had never carved a cake before. And what he asked for had me feeling like, oh my gosh, okay. So my palms started to sweat, but I didn't want to say no. I never say no. So it was a thing of, you know what, Shalomi, just do it. I've always been arty. So I approached it the way I approached anything, you know, with a lot of enthusiasm, definitely. You know, just truth and passion. I wanted it to be the best thing I'd never ever done before, but was gonna do. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be amazing. And, you know, he enjoyed it and his daughter wrote me a lovely note. That was my first note that I ever received from anybody saying thank you. So, yeah, and that's what spearheaded me to being where I am now. Yeah.
So it's not until 2012, as you were saying, is when you took the direction into, okay, cakes is what I want to make, right?
Yeah, because once I posted the picture on my Facebook, and then I had loads of friends like, oh, wow, I want one.
Trust
me, make
social
me a cake.
Networks is the place.
You know? So
the place.
Then I started to think, oh my gosh, people want it. People want it. And yeah, so it just went from there. Whatever I could say yes to, I said yes to. And that was often. I just said yes to everything. I'm like, yeah, sure.
I mean, in the same year, you decided to partner with a close friend as well and enter a partnership.
I did.
How did that all come along?
In the summer of 2012, I was doing a lot of cakes in London. I'm originally from London, but I lived in Wolverhampton for a little while. And I had a lot of my friends and family asking me for cakes down here. So I came back, and that summer I spent a lot of time just doing cupcakes and big cakes and christenings and so on and so forth. And then one of my friends, she said, you know what? Before I left to go back to Wolverhampton, she said, we should do this together. She's already established, and she was like, yeah, let's do it together. We can do things. And I was like, okay, yeah. I bought it. I was like, yeah, sounds great, sure. And so I went up and I handed in my resignation and began the move back down to make it happen. I believed in it that much. Yeah,
definitely. If you believe in something and you have passion for it,
do it.
There you go. You took the words right out of my mouth. Do you ever consider leaving the partnership the best choice you've made? Because I know you were feeling a bit, I don't want to say overwhelmed or anything like that, but was it your idea to own the business yourself or be in a partnership with someone who probably had a different vision?
I think because I'd only just started, I never saw myself having anything of my own. I was new in it, so I didn't have the confidence that probably she had. And so when she offered the partnership, that was comfortable for me because I'm new in it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, she had a massive clientele base. I had a few, but I welcome that idea. And I think leaving, it was the best decision. It was definitely the best decision for me. And I'm where I am now because I left, because I stepped out and I began to believe in myself. And I had a wealth of encouragement and a wealth of support that enabled me to just step out and do it for myself. And matter of fact, before I even partnered, my family and friends were telling me, Shalomi, you need to do this. Yeah. You need to do this. Yeah. And I wasn't, because I didn't feel like I could. I didn't feel like I had that confidence. And it was always that for me. And sometimes it still is, that confidence. I didn't feel like I had that. But I'm here now, and I'm having it. I'm owning it now.
Well, I mean, we can now see you have overcome those confidence issues and stuff like that, clearly. So. How would you advise others who went through the same situation you went through, like leaving a partnership and then stepping out on your own for the first time and creating your own empire?
I wouldn't be where I am without the support. I have to bring it back to that. My mum, my mother-in-law, my husband, my friends and family, all that believed in me enough to say, Shalomi, do my cake, please. Make my cake. I could have botched the entire thing, but the belief that they had in me, I had no choice but believe in myself. So you have to believe in yourself. And as long as you've got a support network around you, you can do anything. You can do anything. And it's about making sure that those people that are around you do support you and encourage you and uplift you. No negativity. You can't get anywhere with all of that.
Never that. Take your great cloud elsewhere.
You can. You can. You really can. So I say just step out and do it and believe in yourself, and it will happen. It will happen.
Definitely, from the words of Shalomi herself. But talking a bit about your designs, because I mean, I've seen some of your pictures and cake designs you've made. I'm talking like the iPod cake, but that was for the principal's daughter's birthday. Yeah. I've seen the car cake, the grand piano.
I like my cars.
How on earth do you... How? How?
Because I don't know. Like, I don't know. I see what I want. I know what I want it to look like, and I execute it. That is it. When it comes to my cars and trainers, and probably bags, and maybe some other stuff. Probably my favorite things to make, because the intricacy, and I love that. I'm all about intricateness and the detail and the fine tuning of things. I love all of those things. I love it. But sometimes I'm working on a car and I want to make sure that it's got the bit where you put the petrol in. And my husband's like, what are you doing? Nobody's going to stand around looking at the car saying, oh, you forgot to put the petrol.
They might want to fill in petrol before they eat it. You never know.
But that's me. That's what I want. I want to do that, So, I mean, that is what it is. Because I enjoy it so much, I want to include every detail that I can.
Definitely. I mean, they're getting their money's worth from everything on the details. And talking about those little fine details and everything like that, where does the creativeness come from? Like, the inspiration? Do you get inspired from seeing things on the streets and then think, okay, I want to make a cake like that?
I used to make jewellery. Okay. And then I used to dress make.
Yeah.
And then I used to do alterations for people. And I think I've just always been creative, always been artistic.
It's in your blood.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's in deep. And I think growing up, I was never... sometimes you might want to do something and your parent might want you to do something else. My mum watched me chop and change from what I wanted to do, but she always encouraged me. Yeah, but she was never fed up. She was like, okay, Shalomi, okay, Shalomi. So I was just allowed to just express myself however I wanted, and I think that has helped me become as creative as I probably am, because I've never been in a box. I've just...
It's good to be wild.
Yeah, I'm just...
Good to
open.
be wild.
I can...
Has there ever been a moment where you've come across a challenge on order and you thought, maybe I can't really pull this off? Have you had any doubts in the process of baking cakes?
I should say yes, but I'm struggling to think of any. I think when I was asked to do a shisha pipe cake, I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this shisha pipe cake? And the whole thing was edible. Yeah. But I wrapped my brain around it, and I had the order came in maybe 3 weeks before it was due. And I don't think I started it until 3 days before it was due, because I was continuously thinking about how am I going to do this, And then the last 3 days I was rushing around, but it all came together in the end, I like to think. And she loved the shisha pipe cake. She didn't want to cut it. She went and she said she was going to go Tesco's and buy another little cake from Tesco's, and keep her shisha pipe to herself and let everyone else eat the Tesco's cake.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, you said 3 weeks. So when you're given a limit like that, or a time period like that, does it not throw you off at certain points?
You think that's short? Do you think that's short time?
To make a shisha cake?
Do you know my minimum...
Yeah, to get the blueprint down.
No,
and then
the thing is, the minimum time, I usually ask, give me 2 weeks notice at least.
Yeah.
More is very nice, because I get to research, I get to jot down, sketch, everything like that. But no, I mean, I don't know, I work well under pressure. And I think that's why I left it for 3 days to do the shisha pipe cake, because I work well under pressure. It's not good. My husband don't like seeing me working under pressure, but I feel like it brings out the best in me when I'm frantically trying to do stuff, but all coordinated. Franticness, if that's a word. Yeah, and I'll make it happen.
You know what, when I make up words, not saying you made it up, probably I haven't heard it, but I just add it into my own dictionary.
That ain't no dictionary. So, that ain't in there.
So talking a bit about the encouragement and support from your family, I mean, I know it's been phenomenal from day one. Is it still there to this present day?
Most definitely. They're my number one support system, my number one fans. My goodness. I mean, I don't know what I'd do without them. They're amazing. Yeah. And they're not the type, and sometimes in this business, I have a beautiful network of other cake bakers, and sometimes in this business, you get your family and friends asking you for cakes and they want a discount or they want it at this price. And so my family's not like that.
I was just about to ask you, do anyone call you up like discount, free?
No, my family's not like that. And
that's so cool.
That's beautiful for me. You know, they know what I'm doing. They see what I do, and they do not ask me for anything below what they feel. And sometimes they give me too much, and I'm like, no. And then I get cussed and told, no, you take that, because you're worth that, you're worth that and more.
You are what you're worth,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That's good. Shout out to Shalomi's family listening right now, you gotta give that,
Yeah.
So we now know you're currently offering courses as well to do with caking.
I am.
What sort of skills and practice are these students going to learn when they enroll?
So this particular course is a bag making bag. So they're going to be carving a bag, and they're going to be learning how to cover a cake board, work with fondant. They're also going to be working with edible print sheets, which I print out on my edible printer. They're going to be using tools that they probably haven't used before, or maybe they have, because I do have a few people signed up who have knowledge in cake making. They're quite experienced. Rolling pins and, I don't know, marking tools, things like that, wire and how to insert a wire properly into a cake. Some people don't quite understand that, wire shouldn't just go directly into a sponge, just got to go into something first, because you can't do, you mess things up when you do that.
There's so many things when it comes to baking cakes, right?
There's a lot. People might see a cake and just think, it's just cake. There is a lot more to it that you need to know if you're doing this. You need to know. So yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll come and they'll enjoy my company, hopefully, and I get to just share with them my designs, and they can pick my brains.
Definitely. Congratulations on the pathway. Thank you so much.
Seriously. Thank you.
And is there any advice you would like to give other young people or people that want to get into the cake industry?
I say start off with your family and friends, build your portfolio. Start off with something small. Yeah. Don't jump into it and start doing a big house for a cake. Don't go do no mansions or anything like that. Start off with something nice and small, round, learn how to cover a cake, then go on to other things. I think just take your time with it. Take your time, learn as you go, and enjoy what you're doing. Don't stay in it if you don't enjoy it. Don't stay in it if you don't enjoy it.
You couldn't have said that any better. For real. But Shalomi, before we let you go as well, we want everyone to know where they could follow you, access your cakes, website, Twitter, everything.
Yes, please.
Everything.
So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Shalomi Cakes. The website is www.shalomicakes.co.uk, and the Facebook page is Shalomi Cakes. So yeah, I'm also on Pinterest. You can find Shalomi Cakes on Pinterest. You want to pin some of my cakes to your boards. Then that's how you find me. Find everything about me, all on those free sites there.
Let's find her now. Shalomi,
find me.
Thank you so much for coming on the Drifty Show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.